Hey there, I'm Kevin, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag 26 liter. So this is the CTB26 from Evergoods, widely considered to be one of the best minimal travel bags out there. Let's jump right into the review and start with materials and specs. So for materials, we're looking at an exterior of Evergoods 420D high tenacity nylon 6 with water repellent finish. So you might be asking yourself, what's high tenacity nylon? Or maybe you're not, but just in case you are, tenacity basically refers to the strength of the fibers and how much tension they can withstand before breaking. So high tenacity, or HT nylon, means it's stronger fibers. HT nylon is lightweight, very strong, has a smooth finish, and is very resistant to wear and tear. Fantastic material. I love the 420D on here. It's lighter weight than some of the heavier pack fabrics out there, but I feel like you are getting a very durable bag nonetheless. The lining on the inside, and we'll take a closer look at that when we open up the bag later, but that is also a 420D HT nylon, except that one has a PU coating. The shoulder foam inside is a Zote EV50, which is a highly durable closed cell foam that provides a good balance between structure and padding. The frame sheet on the inside is HDPE. There's a side stay inside, and we'll show you that when we get into the bag, but it's under the handle, helps it maintain rigidity when you're lifting by that handle, and that side stay is a 70-75 grade aluminum. The zippers are all YKK, either number 8 RC or number 10 RC with DWR finish. The back panel is made of a 3D spacer mesh that acts like foam, and it's covered by a very thin layer of very durable material to provide excellent breathability when you're wearing it. We also have the same material on the back side of the straps covering the foam. So this is really breathable material and helps you stay cool when you're wearing it. For specs, we're looking at a volume of 26 liters. This pack weighs 3 pounds, 6 ounces empty, and the dimensions are 19 inches high by 11.5 inches wide, and then 9 inches deep. Let's move on to exterior features, and I'll show you around the outside of the bag. So we've got quite a few zippers on this. One of the things that sets the Civic Travel Bag apart from the Civic panel loader is you have a little bit of extra organization. On this one, we've got a lid pocket for quick access, dump pocket. We've got number 10 dual zips for the main opening. We've got a quick access pocket behind that, and it's very similar to the Civic panel loader in that when it loads out, it's wedge shaped, so that volume fills out, and this really hugs your shoulders when you're wearing it. Really cool setup for that, and a lot of space in that quick access pocket. Additionally, we've got another side zip right here that is for the laptop compartment. And then we've got 2 stretch woven water bottle pockets. You can definitely fit a 32-ounce Nalgene bottle in there. A little on the tight side, but it goes in. Zipper pulls are all nylon straps knotted on the end so they won't come apart. Very long, easy to pull. Excellent purchase for opening and closing all the zippers on this bag. There is a grab handle at the top of that bag, and that grab handle really starts right here and goes all the way around to this side of the bag. So you've got a side grab handle. You can carry it this way. You can carry it from the top. And then you've got a couple built-in loops. So there's a built-in loop right there. And then you've got a loop built in right on this side too. So if you want to temporarily connect something to that loop, maybe put your hero clip on there, whatever you want, you can add to that loop. I absolutely love the handles around the outside of this bag. They make it so convenient to grab, whether it's from an overhead bin, the back of your truck. You've got this nice solid top handle. And the way they're put together is you've got a very rigid piece of plastic, it feels like, inside there. On both of them, it just feels solid. It's a great place to grab the bag. The side one I use fairly frequently, and especially if you're getting into the laptop compartment, you want to flip it on the side. You can unzip the laptop compartment, grab your device out of there, no problem. Really great handle setup on these bags. I love how Evergoods does that. One more pocket on the front that I forgot to mention is the front quick access pocket. So this pocket provides some on-body access, and it's protected by a number 8 RC YKK zipper. Really a great pocket because you can swing the bag off of one shoulder and access this while it's still on your body. I do like when bags offer some on-body access and find that extremely useful. So on the back side, we've got Evergoods typical straps with a pass-through for a water bladder hose. You've got one on both shoulder straps. The daisy chain webbing down the front is what the sternum strap connects to. The sternum strap does come with the bag, and very easy to switch around where the sternum strap sits, since it just basically sits on there with this plastic clip, right? So you just pop that off that way, and then you can shove it on any one of those loops you want to. And what I will say is it doesn't come off too easy. Like, you actually have to kind of push because there's a little stop inside there. But great setup because it is easy to change. We've got nice loops, thumb loops on the ends of all the straps to really make adjusting easy. And then it's also going to prevent, I think to some extent, that from pulling through the adjusters. The only thing missing, and I think would be nice, and you can add it yourself, but you know, some webbing or a nylon band, something for a little bit of strap management, because you do tend to have some danglies. Otherwise, we also have a luggage pass-through built in. So the whole back panel is really separated from the main bag and allows for a luggage pass-through. Really great design, feels extremely durable. It's definitely stitched on very well, and you got a little bit of rigidity built into that, and then you've got a frame sheet behind it. One of the other things you'll notice, and Evergoods seems to think about all the details, you've got some counter pulls for the zippers on both sides. Those come in handy. I do use these regularly every time I'm basically zipping up this bag, especially when I've got it pretty stuffed out for a trip. Then I think another nice detail and useful addition is you've got a nice zipper garage built into that laptop compartment zipper. So that is a vertical zipper. It zips up. So that's, you usually have that little gap at the top of a zipper, and they're protecting your expensive tech by adding that nice zipper garage that the zipper slides up easily into. And it's really going to help prevent water from seeping into that laptop compartment. Really good attention to detail on the construction of this pack. And lastly, we've got the standard loop field on the bottom of the bag. These are the typical loop fields from Evergoods that fit their square patches. I happen to have their glow-in-the-dark patch on this one. All right, let's try this bad boy on. And I've got it loaded out with 21 pounds of gear right now in prep for a trip I've got coming up in a few days. So I'm 5'11", about 225 pounds for reference. And I'll go ahead and put the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag on. So this bag carries extremely well. The fit is great. It feels good on your shoulders. I love how the top quick access pocket kind of wraps around your shoulders when it's loaded out. It pulls into that wedge pattern. It's made to be worn high on the back. Very comfortable overall feel, even with a lot of gear in there. Great set of straps. Good curve to the straps that make them very comfortable and stay out of the wrong places on your body. Just an overall great harness. Let's move on to the interior, and I'm going to show you what I've got loaded out in this bag, starting with my favorite pocket, which is this lid pocket on the front. This is just absolutely, hands down, my favorite pocket on this bag. I had no idea how useful I was going to find this pocket until I started using this bag on trips. And it just functions great as a catch-all for loose items, stuff you don't want to fall to the bottom of the bag. You might still want relatively quick access to. Just an overall great pocket with lots of volume. I've got a handful of odds and ends in there, some mints, a screen wipe, charging cable, body wipe, and that's it right now. What winds up being in there a lot when I'm traveling is my rental car keys, sometimes my wallet, you name it. It's just a great catch-all pocket that's extremely useful. Next up, we have this front pocket with vertical zip. This is a great pocket to access stuff on the go or on body, so you can access this pocket while you're wearing it. Usually I'll put some stuff in there that I may want to access on the go. I've got my Right in the Rain notebook gear in here. I have a set of Clorox wipes in there, and then I've got an Insta360 selfie stick and the device itself, because you never know when I might want to get some 360 video. Inside, we've got a couple slip pockets, so a smaller one up front. We've got a larger one in the middle, and then a zippered mesh pocket on this side of it. And really great organization in there. The pocket itself doesn't have a ton of volume, although I was able to fit a pretty good amount of stuff in there. But it's laid out extremely well and can keep some of your stuff segregated with these slip pockets and with that mesh pocket on the back. There's also a key leash in there, so this is tethered to some nylon webbing. You've got a spring clip on it, so pretty handy. Moving on to the quick access pocket on top. This is where my sunglasses live, and these are my Gators. Love these glasses. I've been taking them everywhere with me. The way I put them in there is the wedge of the sunglasses follows the wedge shape of the pocket, and that way they tend to not get damaged. So you've got a frame sheet back here that offers really good protection, and then you've got some rigidity on this side as well. So that's where my sunglasses usually live. And then when I'm at the airport and I'm going through security, my phone and my wallet go in here as well. Very spacious, lots of room. Have been putting my sunglasses in here quite a bit and haven't seen it ruined. Otherwise, no organization, no key leash, no other items in there, just a straight, wide, quick access pocket on the top. From there, we'll move on to the laptop compartment. And I really like how Evergoods does their laptop compartments. I like the organization in there. I like how it's on the same side as that handle. So if you're carrying it kind of like a brief, you can get the laptop or contents out of here. There is a little bit of separation here. So you got the main area, which is where my work laptop is. And then you've got the sleeve area behind that, which is where I have my iPad Pro. Well, actually, this is just the Magic Keyboard because I'm using my iPad Pro for notes. But otherwise, that's it. Nothing else in there. You've got this red Velcro strap to kind of secure the contents. You can park it here on its own loop field, or you can actually wrap it around and use it to secure whatever's in there. There is a zipper on this back side, and that allows you to get into the frame sheet area. And that's it. So you can see the material from the quick access pockets in there. Really fantastic setup for a laptop compartment. I really like how Evergoods does that. I think they're probably my favorite laptop compartments of any bags I own. From there, let's move on to the main compartment. We've got these two very large number 10 RC YKK zippers that open all the way around to give you full access to the inside content. So you've got full clamshell or panel access to the inside of this bag. So this is what I've got loaded up in there. And I mean, this configuration fits just perfect. This is the Evergoods packing cube on the bottom, which gets me about a week's worth of clothes. This is really a great packing cube. I'll likely do a video and review on packing cubes and include this in it at some point. Above that, I've got a Cap 1. I've got my Garage Built Gear Ultimate EDC organizer. And last but not least, I have the Carryology version of the Bellroy dock kit. I've been using this on my last few trips, and so far it's working out pretty well for me. And now you can see what the interior of this looks like. So we have some stretch woven material down here, it looks like, with some elasticity to it. Good place to put documents or anything you don't want commingling. We've got some loops at the top here, which you can obviously use for a variety of things. If you want to put a pen in there, carabiner, hook something to it. You'll see on this side, we've got a little piece of Velcro, and this is where the aluminum stay lives that I mentioned. So the aluminum stay slides in there, and that's all it is. It's just this little strip of aluminum, and that provides enough rigidity to where when you use that outside handle, the bag doesn't waffle under its own weight, and it stays rigid. So that really allows you to access the pockets easily, and just overall great design and setup. And that's it for the inside. So great capacity for a 26 liter. I mean, you see how big that packing cube is, and it just fits down there perfect. On the other side, we've got a mesh zip pocket. It's got a little bit of volume built into it. This is usually where I keep a long sleeve shirt for travel. And then on top of that, we have a solid pocket with a little bit of organization built in. And this is a pretty cool pocket. So semi-quick access. Right now I've got some Body Glide in there. Hey, I've been spending a lot of time in Georgia. It's hot. And that's it. That's all that's in there. Really like the addition of the slip pockets in there. Help you keep things organized. Just overall, all around great organization of this bag. Incidentally, I also hide an air tag in that mesh pocket underneath my shirt. Let's spend a few minutes talking pros and cons. So I'm going to start with pros. And pro number one, you may have guessed this, is this front lid pocket. Absolutely love that pocket. Pro number two is the quick access pocket. Also very handy, very convenient, but the design of it in that wedge shape with volume is just amazing. I love that about this bag, as well as the Civic panel loader, to be honest with you. Number three would be the handle. I just I love the handle. I love the way Evergoods does that. You got that stay in there, so it maintains rigidity this way. You can grab any way you want. When I'm putting this in an overhead bin, I'm never at a loss for a way to grab it and pull it out and command control over this bag. I love their handle setups. Number 4 on my list is the stretch woven accessory pockets. So I do have to admit, I'm not a big fan of water bottle pockets on backpacks until these. If you're gonna put a water bottle pocket on a backpack, this is the way to do it. The stretch woven material is amazing. It really slims down to basically nothing if you're not using it. It swallows up water bottles. So the standard, what is it, 16.9 ounce water bottles, you don't even notice it's in there. And it can expand enough to fit a 1 liter Nalgene bottle. Extremely useful, very handy. I may now be a water bottle convert. Number 5 on my list is the on-body access with the front vertical pocket. I love the fact that you can access this while you're on the go. It's always good, especially when you travel and you're going through security. It's nice to have a pocket that you can access while the bag is still basically on your back. And number 6, last but not least, is just the overall design and aesthetics of this bag. Evergoods seems to have thought of every detail. Overall, very hard to beat, in my opinion, the design and the aesthetics of this bag. It's very sleek, relatively minimal looking. It seems to have all the odds and ends covered in what you would look for in a travel bag. So let's move over to cons. And there are a few cons, maybe a little bit nitpicky, but a few things I'd like to point out. One is it's not as comfortable with a load as most of my GoRuck bags. So I think GoRuck basically has ruined me for load bearing abilities when it comes to bags because their packs are just so comfortable to wear with weight in it. And I'm not saying this bag is uncomfortable loaded out with weight, just not quite as comfortable as GoRuck or Mystery Ranch bags for that matter. But overall, still a very good carry experience. Number 2, and I think this might be related to number 1 because I do tend to have a little bit of an issue with this edge right here digging into the small of my back. And I don't know if that's just me. I also notice though, it typically only happens when I don't have the bag fully loaded out. So if I've got a good amount of weight in there, but I don't have something wide that's gonna fill out this bottom, that corner seems to roll up a little bit and it wants to dig into the small of my back. Not a big deal, doesn't make it unusable. It's not rubbing me bloody or anything, but it can be a little bit annoying. And that's it. That's really all the cons I have. Overall, pros far, far outweigh the cons on this bag. And I think it's safe to say this is definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite travel bags. I don't want to unload it. I just want to keep carrying this on every trip I go on, but I have to move on to other bags at some point unless I'm just going to shut the channel down and maybe I just do a CTB26 channel. So let's move on to use case scenarios and who this bag is for. So it's really in the name, right? The Civic Travel Bag. It's geared towards travel. They brought the size down from the larger version and introduced the 26 liter as something that sits probably right on the top end or maybe a little bit beyond EDC in terms of size, but you can get away with it. And then it transitions very well into a minimal travel bag. I mean, I could do a week of personal travel in this bag, no problem. If you wanted something bigger, they do make a 35 liter version. And then they did relatively recently release a 20 liter version of this, which to be honest with you, I'm kicking myself for not picking that up. I think they're supposed to be available again in October of 2024 is what the website says. And I'm definitely gonna have to jump on one of those 20 liters. That is gonna be a great size for everyday carry. Probably a little bit too small for travel, but great size for everyday carry. Meanwhile, travel is where this bag is going to shine, and it's where it's going to continue to be mainly used for me. Overall, just awesome bag, and it's a joy to travel with. So maybe you don't think this bag is for you, and what are some alternative travel bags in this range? Well, I would think immediately of the 34 liter GR2, a little bit bigger than this, but also just an absolutely fantastic travel bag. If you're looking for more on the everyday carry side, there's the Civic Panel Loader. That's a 24 liter bag, a little bit smaller than this. Still a little on the large size for everyday carry, but a little bit more manageable than the 26 liters of this bag. And then there's always the old standby, the GR1 26 liter, or even the M23 26 liter. Both size-wise, same reported volume, a little bit different organization setup, but both excellent bags as well. I have full reviews for all those bags mentioned except for the 34 liter GR2, although I did do our review on the 40-liter GR2. So what do you think of the Civic Travel Bag 26-liter from Evergoods? Do you have it? Do you want it? Is this something you're considering? Let me know what you're thinking. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop me a comment. As always, if you found this video useful, definitely hit the like button for me, and also consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks.